Hi guys, I'm here to give you some Halloween manga recommendations. So these are like supernatural fantasy type mangas that have like supernatural Halloween themes. Some of them just give me really good autumn vibes, so I figured I would give you guys 15 recommendations. I love Halloween. October is my favorite month of the year. These are some of my favorite mangas, and I figured I would give you guys some recommendations. If you haven't checked out all of these, I love all of these. You really should. They are amazing. So let's get to it. I'm starting with two like witch themed mangas. So I narrowed it down to like two that give me really like calming, good Halloween vibes for fall. And the first one is Flying Witch. This is like a slice of life, very calming. You want to read this during the fall type of manga. It's very relaxing. It's witchy, but also like slice of life and calm. I really recommend this series. It's super good. Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Flying Witch, you should during this October. Sorry, Freeman. My second series that has witches is Witch Hat Atelier. I love this. This is like the quintessential manga you should read in October if you haven't. It's gorgeous. I just pulled out my volume 1s for these series because it's easiest to show you them since that's the first one. For all of these, I've read past volume 1. But yeah, Coco is a wonderful main character. The art in this series is like my favorite art in any series. It's gorgeous. If you haven't checked this out, you absolutely should. This is the perfect time to read it. So those are my two witchy recommendations. Next two are my vampire recommendations. So two vampire-centric books, or volumes of manga. The first one is The Case Study of Vanitas. This series is very supernatural. A lot of our main characters are vampires, and it has a lot to do with vampirism. And if you are into vampires, this is also a really good manga to read during this month. Also, all of them are gorgeous. I really recommend this series, especially for October. Okay, and my second vampire one is Call of the Night. It is about a boy who wants to become a vampire, but he finds that it's maybe not all as positive as he thinks, but he really wants to be a vampire. And yeah, Nazina. I've been saying her name wrong the entire time. He really likes her. She is a vampire, and this series has really exaggerated art, but I like it. It's just, you gotta be prepared for a little bit of like, they have like skinny legs, skinny bodies, but it's really quite good. If you're looking for a vampire recommendation, this is my second one. Okay. The next one is my zombie recommendation. It is Zom 100. This is like a lighthearted comedy, but it also has serious moments in it. I absolutely adore Zom 100. If you haven't read this, you should definitely check it out during October. It's perfect for October. It's also quite perfect. It's really good. It's a quick read. It's fun. There are zombies. It's really good. Check it out. Alright. Next is kind of with zombies, but it's ghouls. Tokyo Ghoul. I have read all of Tokyo Ghoul and Tokyo Ghoul Ray. I love it. If I was to reread this series, it would definitely be during October. It's quite spooky, but it's a really good journey. And it's quite creepy, especially at the beginning. So I recommend Tokyo Ghoul. Next is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. He's a ghost. So he kind of fits in the little ghost genre of his own. This is unique because it has all sorts of supernaturals in it, and it kind of visits all sorts of different like myths and mythology, and mostly in Japan, but yeah, it's really good. The art style is really exaggerated, but it's quite beautiful. There's a lot of dark lines and colors. I think that this is a pretty fun adventure for the Halloween season. Okay, next is Phantom Tales of the Night. This is probably my spookiest recommendation. This is about an inn where the innkeeper takes secrets, and each chapter is a different person or situation where they are going to the inn, and it's kind of like a mystery. It's quite creepy. The imagery is quite spooky. If you like creepy and spooky and you haven't checked out Phantom Tales of the Night, you really should. It's really good. The other volumes are really good too, so check it out. Okay, kind of in a similar vein but a little less spooky is Exholic. Exholic it's kind of similar to Phantom Tales of the Night, where each chapter kind of has a different story going on. There's a lot of different stories, like the monkey's paw is really creepy. It really depends on like the story that you're reading, but it has really good characters. This is good for Halloween. It's quite spooky at times, but overall it's just a good story and good for October. Okay, my next ones kind of don't fit in like a specific category, but I feel like they're really good fits for October. The next is The Witch and the Beast. It's called The Witch and the Beast, but it's not witches like Witch Hat Atelier or Flying Witch. They are evil witches. So I didn't quite put this with the other witch recommendations, because you don't want to go into this like expecting a cute witch story. It's kind of horror at times. It's really dark. It's kind of gory. If you like spooky but like mysteries, I really recommend The Witch and the Beast. It's really good. And I feel like also perfect for this season. Okay, next is, if you probably haven't read it by now, you're probably not going to, but Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer was one of the first mangas that I read. It's really good for this season. It's spooky, but also tells a good story. The demons are super creepy. It's really good. The manga is not as good as the anime, so maybe check out the anime. The manga is still good, but the anime is obviously a little bit more beautiful, so I don't know, but I enjoy Demon Slayer, and if you're looking for like an adventure, quick-paced read, then Demon Slayer is pretty good. Okay, The Girl from the Other Side. Quite spooky, but not scary. This is like a dark fantasy fairy tale. It reads really quickly, but the whole time you're reading it, it's really dark and kind of eerie feeling. The whole time you're just kind of like, what's going on? This is kind of creepy, but it's also like, I don't know, it's quite good. It's really kind of perfect actually, but yeah, I really recommend The Girl from the Other Side if you haven't checked that out. Okay, next is The Ancient Magus Bride. This is kind of like witchy, but more like general magic and fantasy. It's kind of another slower slice of life, but there's serious moments thrown in. The art's really beautiful. I like all of the supernatural elements in this. This story is actually like perfect for that like kind of relaxing, calming, but a little bit spooky October, if you guys like that. So I like it. All right. I also recommend Death Note if you're looking for a more serious read. This one's not fantasy and it's not spooky. It's more like a thriller, but Ryuk and he's just quite scary, and I feel like this is a good story for this time of year, and yeah, if you haven't checked it out, you should. Okay, and my last one I feel like should live in the month of October, and it's Soul Eater. Soul Eater seems like the type of world that every single day is like Halloween or the month of October. The whole series is just like all Halloween vibes throughout the whole thing. There's creatures like Frankenstein, and there's zombies and death and the Grim Reaper. And witches. It's a lot of like Halloween vibes all in one, and there's this perfect edition that's really nice. So if you haven't checked out Soul Eater, it's another really good series for this season. Let me know if there's any manga that you guys think that are perfect for like the month of October. I think that horror is a little different for October for me, because like October and Halloween is kind of like cozy but kind of spooky. So I left out some other choices that I think were like spooky, but it weren't quite the like Halloween vibe that I was looking for. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.